Hey everyone, and welcome to Food or Fail. It's a little thing that I've just created where I kind of test my own culinary capabilities on the fly. I always like to try recipes or like grab something off the shelf and be like, oh, this would be neat if I added blah 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 to it. And I would try it. Sometimes it would be great, sometimes it would suck. So I decided, hey, well, let's just start filming that. So I've been using the Jiffy brand corn muffin mix, blueberry muffin mix. They have a raspberry. But what I like about this product is it's simple, straightforward directions, minimal ingredients, and the end result is actually pretty decent. Today I decided to grab the blueberry version. We're getting towards the end of summer, beginning of fall. Peaches. Peaches have been my jam. Well, I may make peach jam. I should make peach jam. Anyway, peaches has been something I've been really looking into. I've been trying to integrate them into a lot of different things. I've got a couple ideas, so let's try them out. Let's figure out if it's food or fail. So the general rule with this is to do what's on the box, for sure. And all I'm going to do is add 1 can of peaches. This is 1 well-drained can of sliced peaches. I cut them up a little bit smaller. When I say well-drained, the only thing in my head that can make this idea and recipe go wrong is the moisture content, which will either make it fail or take way too long to bake. The baking is going to be uneven. I'm not sure. We're going to find that out today. The 2 other ingredients for this mix is 1 egg and 1/4 cup of milk. So it's very basic. And this box, you can really find it on sale for like 99 cents. So let's see what we got going on. Let me grab a mixing bowl. We've got our 1 egg. We've got our 1/4 cup of milk. I'm just going to use a fork to get it together. So let's start with the egg. We'll scramble. Start with the egg and scramble it. Beat it just a bit. Grab paper. Rest my fork on a paper towel, and we're going to open that up. So I've got 3 different vessels that I'm going to try and bake in. One is a non-stick, one is a cast iron, which I already have preheating at 400 degrees in my oven here. And this is not coming out of the box. Oh, you know why? Because I'm an absolute savage, and I didn't even read the opening directions. You're not supposed to remove the pouch. That's fine. Here we go. So this has artificial blueberries or artificial blueberry bits. Not recommended to do that. They're fake blueberries. Let's go with the milk. Once I get this incorporated, I'm going to judge a little bit further on how to deal with the peaches. The box batter mix says to mix till it's slightly lumpy. So we're going to go slightly slighter lumpy, because we're still going to mix the peaches in, or something like that. And to mix the peaches in, I'm going to use a rubber spatula, maybe? Or a little rubber spoon. And we're going to fold these in. Just all in. I love the combination of blueberry and peaches. Definitely a classic combination. This may not make as much as I had thought it was going to. Should have read the directions a little bit more. Oops. Okay, so the two, I want to do something like personal dessert size. So I've got these two, and then I have a small cast iron in the oven. I'm going to use some nonstick spray, just for good measure. I should really be doing that over the sink. And then we're just going to scoop in. I'm going to try and divide this as equally as I can into 3 separate bits. So we can say somewhat consistent. 1, 2. It does say fill it 2/3 of the way. I'm going to be a little stingy here and there. And the last one is preheating in the oven. Just going to throw that there. I'll throw that last bit into the cast iron. So in my mind, if I was going to be serving this in a restaurant or establishment, or if I'm catering or something, I would like this to be like a personal dessert with maybe, like a scoop of ice cream on top or something like that. So let's see if it comes into fruition like that. We got 1, and we got 2, and we got 3. All right, so those are going to bake at 400 degrees, anywhere between 13 to 15 minutes. So we'll be right back. All right, so we're kind of back. What's happening right now is what I thought was going to happen. We have the one in the cast iron is cooking quicker, obviously because we started off with a hot pan. The top looks like it's getting nice and golden brown. I'm going to grab it out of the oven. I'm going to take an internal temperature, and we'll see what we're doing from there. I'll throw a little trivet out so we don't burn my butcher block. I mean, that's kind of proper looking, I'm not going to lie. Let's see what we're doing internal temp-wise. So we should be good. We're reading over 200. We're reading just over 200. That's good. We'll keep it. So we're going to let this cool just for a little bit. I'd love to, it looks really good. I'd love to dive in and try it now, but I'm just going to burn my face off. And the other ones, so we pulled this out after 12 minutes. The other ones are slated to go in or stay in for another 3 minutes, which the nonstick looks like it'll be done in about 3 minutes. The Hall pottery, pottery, ceramicware, looks like it'll be a little bit longer. To be expected, I guess, because that wasn't a preheated dish, and it is fairly thicker. So we're going to put this aside and be right back. Non-stick one looks like it may be done. Time to find out. That's 2. God, I hate oven mitts. I feel like, a child in the snow. I have no dexterity. I despise them. I'm just going to burn the crap out of my fingers instead, because I'm stubborn. All right, so this one looks like a little overdone on the edges. Let's see if the center's cooked. Barely. Believe it or not, this could probably benefit from another minute or two, maybe longer. That's strange. I didn't see that one coming. All right, I'm gonna throw this back in. We'll get an update on final times at the end. All right, now the nonstick one should be done. Not gonna lie, I'm not hopeful for that one because it looks like it's cooking very uneven. The one in the ceramic may be good, which is good anyway because I wouldn't be serving something in a nonstick pan anyway. I would pop it out. Well, let's grab it. Yeah, I'm not that thrilled with the way it looks. Let's see where we are temperature-wise. Okay, now we're done on this one. We're over bake time, which is strange because the quantity is much less. Why am I talking with an oven mitt on? The quantity is much less. It doesn't make much sense. But so far, the contender, the number one contender is going to be this cast iron, because if you look at it, it actually looks like it comes free, and it would come out if I was to decide to serve it not in the cast iron. Let's get this earthenware out and see what the story is with this guy. I don't know. I'm a little hopeful. It doesn't. The top. It's going to come down to the temp. This one is going to have to sit for a little bit. I mean, I like the way it looks. It presents nicely. Let's see where we are temp-wise. Come on, come on. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're golden. Cool. All right, so we're going to let these cool for a little bit so I don't melt my face, and then we'll try them. Be right back. All right, guys, we're going to dig into these. First, I'm going to grab some vanilla ice cream. I think I can. I don't know if I can. I may try to change the orientation on this door so I can just kind of get into my freezer without going off of camera like this. But this is where we're at. Ice cream, vanilla ice cream. I'm not gonna say what brand it is because I don't want to upset anyone in case you don't like it. All right. Which one should we do first? I'm going to go with the one that I think is the least likely to have worked, which is this guy here. So it does look like it'll lift out, but we're not going to... This would be the only one that would lift out, meaning if I was to serve it, I would turn it out. I mean, it's looking good. Moist, cooked. Mmm. Hell yeah. Yeah. That's not... That is nothing to shake a stick at, I'll tell you that right now. Oh my god. Okay, well, ain't nobody got paper towel money to waste paper towels like that. We are gonna just roll them back on and pretend like nothing ever happened. Let's go with the ice cream test. So we're gonna go for a little okay. I'm gonna go for a little ice cream. Mmm. Wow. Creamy. Sweet. You get the texture from the fresh peach. The little pops of fake blueberries actually work in this dish. Okay, so unsightly, yeah, I'll give it that. This one, but the taste is there, so I would consider that to be a somewhat of a success. This one looks like it may dump out. We're not going to do that though. Let's cut a little bit of a section. So this one is a little thicker. The cook on this should be a little bit more even. Let's see if we can get it to this camera. We'll show this camera. Wow, that's some harsh lighting. Holy crap. Yeah. That retains the heat. Pretty damn good. So I do like it. The same as that one. It's a little thicker. Presentation-wise, what do you guys think? I'm kind of a 50-50 on these two. This, after it cools, will probably be cooked more perfectly than it is. So this is the one I'm really excited about because this. Let me just say something. So yeah, look at that. See, this would you could if you did not, and that's cooked. That looks like it's cooked perfectly through and through. If you did not want to serve it in the cast iron, you could still lift it out. The edges look crispy. The center is moist. Yeah, look at that. Center is moist. I'm going to go right in. That's it. Right there. That's the one. The only thing that's maybe a little... It's a little off for me, and this is just purely after the fact. Texturally, I could use a little crunch. I could use a little something with give to it. I don't know if I have any. Maybe like sliced almonds would go decently on top of that because almond is another good flavor profile with everything that we've got going on here. Cool. All right, so I'm going to say this is food. Not only is this food and not a fail, I would put this cast iron on a menu today. If I was, this would be a dessert. I would serve this with vanilla ice cream and a little crunch of something on top. Maybe a praline crunch. Oh. I have a toasted praline topping. Let's see what we got. Let me take a little bit of that. Take a little bit of that. Right there. Like that. That's it. 100% right there. That's what it needed. It needed a little bit more texture. And this is just a generic crumbled praline topping, but a honey roasted nut would do. Okay, yeah, way more confident in this. So, really great recipe. Just grab yourself a box of that Jiffy muffin mix. Follow the directions. You can throw in 1 can of peaches and get a phenomenal dessert. Phenomenal dessert. Yeah, I would put that on the menu tomorrow. All right, well, this has been Food or Fail. We got food this time. I hope you guys like my content. Give a like, subscribe, and follow. Definitely need your support. Moral support was the best. So like it, follow it. Every time that I see a new follower or another like on one of my videos, it helps me to keep going and make another video or different content. So Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.